I actually came here to pick up a piece of flat wood that I can use for my artist friend to paint. And I'm not sure if I'm even gonna be able to find the same spot that I was before. But this place is just awash in the plasma burn signatures. And it is right here across from this state park. And this is just the beginning. There is some huge hollowed out trees. And I started seeing things that I don't remember seeing the first time, because I think I'm actually up the road a little ways. Yeah, see how deep it goes in there? But it comes clear out to the front unburned here. And then just kind of stops right there. Yep. Here's a hollowed out Keebler hole. Shoe for size reference. Goes all the way up. Clear up in there. My light's not with me, or I'd show you how high up in there it goes, but it's burnt all the way around on the inside here. But on the outside, looks like this. And you can see some of the, how it's burnt right there. This one's got the same thing. This crack's gonna be burnt out on the inside. And they're all missing their bark. Like this one over here has got half the bark missing. I think I'm technically trespassing, but they may forgive my trespasses, knowing that I'm not up to no good. I'm actually doing a service that no one else seems to be doing. Let's cruise up here, because there's some huge ones up here. So it looked like there was some property loss here. Let's cruise on. Notice the couple of unburnt spots on that tree. Here they are from slightly different angle. Let's go over here, because this is that house that had some property damage right down in there. And all of the trees all over the property are just littered with the plasma burn signature, like this one right here. And every single other tree or piece of wood on the property. This one's pretty big. You can see they've cut it down from right there because it posed a serious hazard. Hollowed out. Hollowed out. And the fine line from unburned on the outside to hollowed out on the inside is as usual. As usual. Big boy. Yeah. So all these trees have the bark hanging off. That's what I was mentioning on my last video. And they're not aspens, they're all white because their bark's missing. And see how close we can get on that one. See how cheddared this one is? Burn here, unburn there, burn here. Another burn up spot top with spots of unburn in between. It had to be dew. Speaking of dew, I was gonna make a video just for the link in the description that shows the Chinese lightning strike, where there's a deer cruising. Deer lives matter too, you know. Chinese lightning strike happened yesterday, and someone left a link in the description on in the comment section on one of my videos. They left it twice. We're gonna go check out this tree over here because you can see it's burnt clear up the middle. They left a link in the description twice and it got erased both times, and the only way I was able to get it is through the notifications. We're gonna go check this one too because it's got this little Keebler housing unit, because that's what we need. We need reparations and affirmative action. We need low-income housing for these Keebler elves and affordable education for these hawks whose family tree has been just decimated. Anyway, a guy left a link in my comment section that got deleted twice about this lightning strike in China, where a cable that runs from the top of a building down to the ground completely vaporized and turned into liquid molten metal in midair, and then drifts in the wind over the couple of city blocks because the wind was going. So once it turned instantly to liquid metal, it rained down liquid metal on everyone. See, right on up through. Well, same. You've got a pretty straight line of burn on burn right there. Lift it off a bit. Show you that tree again. It's all Keeblered out. Go check this other one. These are the ones that I was noticing going, wait a minute, I don't remember filming those when I was here my first time. So if I want the piece of wood that I want to be able to use as a canvas for my friend to paint on, I got to go down the road a ways to where I was the first time. But since I'm here, thought I would take the opportunity, get some of these shots and show you more of the carnage, because it looks very similar to the other piece of forest land, just maybe one ravine down the road that I filmed a couple weeks back, and that's why I'm here for the piece that I should have grabbed when I had it. But I didn't know, you gotta paint before you lacquer. So I gotta get a new canvas for my friend to paint a picture for. Alright. Maybe we'll go check that one. So this one's kind of interesting. It's not completely burnt on the inside, which is kind of weird, but enough that it did the job. All right. Pretty weird shaped tree to begin with. The bark hanging all over, like right here and right there. It's from a process called phototropism, and it's exacerbated by the electromagnetics of the microwave frequencies that's involved in these plasma fires. There's some. That's why all these trees have lost their bark, regardless of the degree to which they're apparently burned on the outside or inside. They all lost their bark. Phototropism is the ability of a plant to flex its cells like muscles. And that's how a flower follows the sun throughout the day, or opens and closes its petals by inflating and deflating its cells with water. And it inflates them on one side and deflates them on the other. And that's how it leans to follow the sun from east to west throughout the day, or opens and closes its petals, and the electromagnetic frequencies of these microwaves in the plasma fire. Here's a good shot since the sun's not in our eyes. The electromagnetic frequencies flexes it so much that it flexes the bark right off the tree. So when you go through a place and you saw what appeared to be fire and they're all losing their bark, wasn't a normal fire. So now I'm one valley over, and you can see that tree in the center of the screen appears to have the center burnt out as it curlicues and spirals up the branch. I think this is where I'm going to be able to get my canvas. I think this is the valley I was in before. I think that's the house I looked up at before. I'll include the links in the description so you can see the previous video I took of this same spot. You can see this one, center screen, has the hollowed out center. And in all of these you can see bark hanging from all the branches everywhere. Flopping in the wind. I don't know if you can even see it, but a bird has made a nest right there in the end of this branch where it's hollowed out. I don't think I can get much closer, but it's interesting. And you can see that part moving on. Another hawk petitioning for his grievances. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm seriously on your side. See, he knows I'm down with his tribe. I'm doing what I can, bruh. Yeah, I am. So I was just gonna give you a quick panoramic view. And I move it and stop it so you can actually see what's there instead of just continuous movement. Anyway, it's kind of not the reason I came, but you can see that one, how it's burnt out in the curlicue. Here's another one that's like that other that we were walking through the middle of. That was actually one tree. It looks like two at the bottom now because the base has been burned out. But it's actually just one tree. Pretty cool. Here's the root ball of one, and the tree goes that direction. And there's another. We'll go check them out a little closer. But you notice this one, someone has come along after the fire and chopped these logs up. I'm not the only one who knows about this. But those who come along and are given a job assignment, they're told that they are under non-disclosure agreements because it's under investigation. So that's what the firemen told me in one of my previous videos. This is under investigation, this is a restricted area, and you're not supposed to be here. And you can go back a couple videos. It's titled Arming Firefighters with the White Hot Sword of Truth. See the unburnt spots here and here and here. I'm parked on this road where it says no parking. But lucky for me, some of the Colorado highway guys rolled up and put a sign right behind me that said, construction, fines double for speeding. I thought they were gonna come try and run me off. But I think they actually just gave me a blocker and kind of a legitimate reason to be parked on the road because they're blocking the bike lane anyway. Comes my hawk friend. Circling around. No? Come on. Alright, fine. So you can see here, this one's laid out that way, and this one's laid out that way. And one of the links in the description I will include is a song by Ed Sheeran, I See Fire, inside of mountains. And I see fire burning the trees, and I see fire hollowing souls. And those souls are getting hollowed out right now through alternative means. Let's go check that one. That one's got a big old hollow empty stump. I really thought it would be easier for me to find my canvas that I was looking for. See, this is the root ball here in front of us. Oh, lizard. Lizard lives matter. Green lives matter. No one seems to be noticing or care. That's gonna backfire. It's looking more and more like I'm not even gonna be able to find that piece that I spotted before. But I would like to show you. I don't even know if I recognize this one. It's been reduced to a small, thin piece of bark here. That flopped over and twisted. See, this is what I want, is like a piece like this. There were some before that were here, like on the ground, highly burnt on one side, unburnt on the other. Ooh, maybe I could get this to break. Huh. Come on, where's my piece? But anyway, yeah, you can see how that one's flopped over and twisted and mangled and reduced to a thin outer shell. And that's what I'm looking for. There was a big piece of shell on the ground that I can't seem to find now. Which kind of sucks. I came a long way to try and get that piece.